Hi, it's Chris, and welcome back. We talked a little bit about videos in the previous, video ads in the previous video. That's something you guys should definitely work on mastering. It's a great way you can get a lot of cheap traffic, build cheap lists that way, especially once you get your videos to go viral. Basically, people are then just sharing it. If you have a video go viral and like millions and millions of people are seeing it, it's just awesome. But in this video, I really want to talk to you guys about audiences. So I'm over here in my ad account here. If you go over to tools, you probably have seen all these other tabs. I want to go over these with you. I want you guys to go to audience. We already went over audience insights. Let's go to audiences. Audiences are something that you can use and you can build custom audiences off of like an email list. So I want to give you an example. So if you have an email list and you want to import these emails so you can target these people on Facebook, you just come over here to create audience, go to custom audience, and you can put your customer list here. You have the option to upload like a CSV file, or you can just copy and paste your customer list there. And you can use emails, app users, phone numbers, and then you can target these users. Another thing you can do, if you go back here, is you can start doing retargeting. So, for example, if you have a website that gets a lot of traffic, or you're running, you're running traffic to a certain offer, and you want to retarget these people, you can actually do website traffic here, and then anyone who visits your website, or you can change this to a specific URL, meaning if you want to only target people who visit like www.yourwebsite.com/baseball, right? And then you can target people, then you can retarget people who are visiting that URL. You can go last 30 days, I believe it lets you go up to 180. And then you just create an audience name, like baseball viewers, and then you create an audience and put the pixel on your page and you're able to retarget. So that's kind of how retargeting works. Very, very simple. And another thing I want to go over is a lookalike audience. I want to talk a little bit more about that because what's going to happen is you're going to be building these fan pages or making videos, and people are going to be engaging with your posts. And let's take that tracker and Dr. Seuss, for example. When you build a fan base, you can actually use a lookalike audience to tell Facebook, here's what you're doing. You're telling Facebook to go and find more of those people. And that's all you're telling Facebook to do is, hey, I want you to go find more of the people that look like this. So how you create a lookalike audience is you come here, you choose your source, which is going to be your fan page or video. When you click in here or start typing, it's going to come up what's available to you. If you just started advertising on Facebook, like just yesterday or just very recently, you're probably not going to get anything that comes up here yet, or you won't have enough people to use a source. You'll usually need a fan page that has over 1,000 likes, or a lot, or quite a bit of activity, or you'll need a video that's had some activity. You can't just come here and in here right away and use a lookalike audience. So keep that in mind if you come back here and you're not able to use it. You have to advertise using targets and other things before you're able to create a lookalike. And then you would put your country. You can use one country at a time, which you'll probably want to use the United States if that's your prime location. And then you're going to do a percentage. Do you want to go 1%, 2%? Just the smaller the percentage, the more closely related they are. So it tells you even that right there. So the best thing to do to keep it targeted is stay in the 1 to 3% range. Okay, so you want to go anywhere from here. Depending on your offer, you could go a little bit more broad, but typically, 1 to 3% is where you want to be. And then you'll click confirm and create that. And then the way you create an ad on a lookalike audience is, well, why don't we go ahead and click create ad, and I'll kind of show you. Same with a custom audience. So you would set up your ad either as a boost your post. Normally I'd go through Power Editor. This is the normal editor of Facebook. So we're going to go ahead and just send people to your website, which is website clicks. We'll go ahead and do that. We'll just pick a random URL here. And where you load your custom audiences, and you can choose a pixel and things like that too, which it's good to choose a pixel. Usually you have the default pixel. If you're trying to track conversions, then you want to use that pixel for sure. And what you're going to want to do is create a custom audience right here. It looks like we don't have any available to us, or else it would be showing. But typically it comes up here, and this is where you would put in your audience right here. So instead of using the targeting down here, if you were targeting just your customer list, let's just say I have a surveys list right here, surveys US. There it is. It looks like that was a preset actually, but typically your custom audience is going to show up here. So if you have an email list, it's going to show up here. It doesn't look like there has been any created on this account, but this is where it's going to show up. And then you leave everything else like below You don't use any of the targeting there. And then once again, you can set your daily budget at 5 as if you were testing, and create your ad from there. So that's kind of a little bit of an insight on custom audiences. Let's go back over to where we were before. Okay, so that's under tools, and that is going to be under audiences. And the last thing is a saved audience. That's basically audiences that you have pre-saved. So maybe you're creating a lot of ads for Tracker and you like the certain targets, but you're trying to split test different ages. That's where you have these saved audiences. That's what we have in this account. Is we have some survey ones, some health tips, things like that we've created on this account. So in a nutshell, that's basically what audience is. It's super powerful, and don't underestimate lookalike audiences. It's one of our favorite things to use, is the lookalike audiences. You can get a lot of power out of that. Typically what I do, I'm going to tell you our strategy for lookalike, is you'll run a video ad that's relevant to your product. A good example is we run that Tracker video ad, and you can retarget people or find people similarly interested who watch 95% of your video, right? You don't want to really go after people that only watch 10%. Facebook gives you the option to target people that have watched like 90% or 95% of your video. You want to get the ones that were most engaged, that completed the video, and then you can either retarget those users. That's one option you can do, or you can create a lookalike or a custom audience with those. So that's something to keep in mind. Once again, videos are super effective for that. So that's kind of an overview of the audiences, and I hope you enjoy this video. I'll see you in the next.